E from MarketWizards.com and eMiniWizard.com about 20 minutes after 11 on the 31st of July. Reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. All right, based on our conversation for the last 20 minutes or so, I've suggested a target might be try to knock out the highs, but likely that we will stay inside the all-day range. And if it's up to the boys, they're going to knock this out and try to get a couple of ticks to 18 maybe. And we'd said as long as this 13 holds, that would be our target, trying to get to 18. If you have played that way and played aggressively, stops up as the RTH double top, and my thinking was that they were going to probably try to bust that. Absolutely nailed the idea of yesterday's angel being supportive. And remembering that was a big help. And now we're trying to test the RTH high and probably bump stops. So if we can get above the 17, remembering that 19.5 is today's demon, and already on borrowed time if you're long, but move your stops up, see if we can get at least a couple of ticks break and perhaps that 18. RTY has held yesterday's high, continues to make new highs. Anybody's at 17, stops up. And we said that we're looking for 67 to 68 to try to hold bottom of the pipe. And then obviously this is our fighting range. Stops up if you are long side in NQ. Remember the psychology. We said if we got a one directional move, that we would have profit taking coming into lunchtime. That was the rationale for trying to buy. An 11.25 magnet. And the goal here, we said, was try to get to that 1675 and then stops up and perhaps the 18 target. And this was our support zone. And this was our buy zone. Two-day range. So what looked like would be a terrible morning without much movement, it's turned out to be reasonable. And we said, get a little something this morning, and then during lunch, take a long lunch, 11:30-ish, come back 1:30-ish, do what you want to do. Great trade, anybody that's taken the contra. A little top test. And this was a shake and bake. And anybody bought the temporary imbalance down here, this is the idea that we've talked about. Where sometimes if you're sidelines and not doing anything, you're not happy with it, and you get something that looks like an opportunity for an imbalance, then you can take a nice contra, and it's not always going to play out, but this one does. Paid for sure. Yesterday's RTH high 18 and a quarter. Keep that in mind if you're long side. Great trade if you took it, even if you got part of it. First target was try to get to the 14s. Next target, try to take out that 17 if we can, but paid for sure 16.75, 16 and a half. All right, I will catch you guys. Me in the Slack room this afternoon. Be there around 1:30, and let's pick it up from there. Hope you had a good morning.